guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel if you are new here. I'm Rachel. I'm the owner of Rosemanifestations Metaphysical store, and today we're going to be talking about my struggles in my first year of business, so 2024, and kind of the milestones that we did also hit. Do not mind my Halloween sweatshirt, okay? It's nice and warm. If you can hear my space heater, clearly you can tell it's cold. So don't judge me, okay? So, I kind of wanted to go over the struggles first and then kind of end it off on high with the milestones that we hit. It's not a lot of milestones, but it was the first year of business, so let's get into it. And then possibly talking about goals in January of 2025. So today is currently January 5th. Here in Ohio, we're about to get a snowstorm, so that's fun. But yes, let's get on to these struggles because it's been a hard one. So let's see. First thing I have down is social media. With social media, it's kind of a double-edged sword because you put so much time and energy into it a lot of the time. Luckily, as a small business, a lot of times you are filming you making products and stuff like that. So I feel like it's not as bad because you still did something. You still have something to show for this video if it didn't perform well. One thing I want to talk about is like views and engagement. A lot of times you get stuck in 200 view jail and kind of stay there. I stayed there for months on end, and back in like November into December was kind of the turnaround point that I started having videos hit like a lot of videos hit like 4,000 views and stuff like that, which was great. And actually I have a video that I posted the other day in January that's almost at 10,000 views over the past like maybe like 36 hours, somewhere around that. 36 to like 48 hours. There we go. I got it. Yeah. Anyhow, and that's doing really well. But the next thing I want to go on with that of the whole views thing is, so obviously having a lot of engagement to your videos and you engaging with other people's videos, especially on TikTok, which is really where my main short form content goes, at least at the moment. Hopefully we can still continue with that later into this month and the months to follow. But engagement is a very important thing. You want people to not only be liking your video, but commenting and favoriting, sharing, reposting, stuff like that. And not even beyond the fact of like them following, because I will admit that this video that I have posted and has almost 10,000 views now, it's a video relating to, so I used like a very, I don't want to say very common because it's not like I see it every day kind of thing, but like a common sound for small businesses. And so I'm grabbing other small businesses as the real thing, and so they're liking, they're sharing, they're posting, they're commenting. I don't know how many comments I have on the video, but I would not doubt that it's like close to 100 at this point. Maybe that might be stretching it. But like the other thing is unless it's a hateful comment, you want to be like liking that comment. You want to be interacting with people. I don't necessarily comment back to every single one of them just because that takes time and stuff like that. And I mean, I would be getting it that I would get maybe 10 comments in a span of 10 minutes and stuff like that. So, and I have other things to do in my life. So really I just go and like them all. Some I give a response to, some I don't, stuff like that. But you want people to engage, and because if people are engaging with the video, then TikTok's gonna be like, oh, people like this, and continue to push it out. That's why this video is still getting quite a few views every, hour, is because people are continuing to engage with it. And you want to engage with other people's content as well. If TikTok sees that you really aren't like staying on the app, they kind of don't like it. Like if people are leaving your video to go to a different app or something like that, so it won't push your video out as much, and therefore if you're doing that to somebody else's video, the same thing will happen to them. And vice, whatever. Kind of annoying, but oh well. Going back into the whole thing with time, it does kind of suck when you put a lot of time and energy into a video and it doesn't work out. I would say that I get, at least for like these YouTube videos that I've done since like I started learning how to make candles and stuff like that, I don't get too hard pressed with them not getting views, just because I'm like, first of all, I'm filming on my iPhone, which nothing bad. I got a brand new iPhone for this very reason, that I wanted to kind of upgrade my content. I feel like I might have to sneeze. So I don't really care too much of like putting a lot of time into my YouTube videos, because one, I like making them, and I know that I'm making content that I like, so I don't really care too much about it, and I know that it's kind of just a stepping stone to get better, you know what I mean? So that's where I don't really care too much. But like, for the people that make a video, I don't want to say about nothing, because it's not normally nothing, but like spend hours making a TikTok, and it's not that they're like making a product or anything. I feel bad for them when it doesn't perform well, because if I just spent 4 hours of my life making the video, and then like however many hours it took for them to edit or whatever, and it flopped, I would cry probably, and I'm not a crier. But the next things that I want to go into is when you have a video that's getting a lot of engagement. So just like this video that I'm talking about that has almost 10,000 views at this point, again, I have gained a lot of followers. In the past 48 hours, I have gained over 100 followers. When I woke up yesterday, when I woke up yesterday and was like getting in the shower at like 9-10 something, I was at like 6 followers away from 500. And when I got up this morning, I was at 616. And has since went up. I just didn't pay attention to what it's at now. I'm very proud of myself for that, by the way, because in the beginning of December, we had gotten to 200 followers, and I did a big sale just because I was lacking a lot. I needed sales. I needed something. And so I did a big sale. I did a 75% off sale because I was so proud of myself for getting to 200 followers. And I did that for a week straight. And then from that time in December, so from, I think it was December 6th that I got to 200 followers. From December 6th to January 4th, I gained 300 followers in a month. That's amazing. I'm very, very proud of myself for that. You might not see it. Sorry, I'm not good at showing emotions, but I'm very proud of myself for that, and I'm glad that people are following. Now, the one thing that does kind of suck with this is when you're getting videos with good engagement and nobody is buying. It does kind of crush your spirit a little bit, I will admit, but I have to like change my mindset around to be like, well, I'm creating a community. There's that. And I'm that person that I'll follow a small business and I won't buy for them for months, maybe a year. Like, I don't always, sometimes I'm just following them because I like the content, and so I have to remind myself that I'm like that, so other people are like that, and not everybody is a buyer. So it's kind of hard when TikTok or YouTube or whatever is not making you money yet, that you want that instant gratification that somebody is buying your product and somebody is supporting you. And I think because, I'm not making money yet from social media, it doesn't feel like somebody's supporting me, but I have to remind myself, they are supporting me, they are following me, I will get there. It just takes time. It takes time and energy. But already with the winter, I'm losing that energy. The next thing I have to say is having enough content. If you have started your business in 2024, you're starting business in 2025, or like you are still a minor and you're aspiring to start your business because your parents aren't letting you until you're 18, because that's how I was. Having enough content is hard, and I would definitely say try to recycle content. I recycle content all the time. That is one thing that I really started to do. And once you start making, but the thing with recycling content is if you're making a decent amount of content and different types of content, it's easier for you to recycle, because I won't post something that, you know, I posted, you know, 4 days ago or whatever, like just a few videos ago, I should say. I'm not going to post that again. It's mostly I will kind of look at my page and see how long ago, like how many videos ago did I post this thing, and if it's been a bit, then I will repost it. I will post a different, maybe it's a different clip of that video. If it's a different clip, then normally I don't always wait as long and make sure there's tons of videos in between, but like whatever, I might post that video again. With my crystal candles, which I have one burning behind me, I have manifestation burning behind me, it smells so good. I have videos of something fell downstairs. I have videos of me like when I first made them and outside with, you know, I think I used one of our front bushes as like my background of making these videos. Those are what I use all the time for those because they look so good. I got natural lighting, stuff like that. And it's especially, I would say, if you are able to film your products, first of all, outside. And if you're knowing that you won't be able to in the winter, so like I live here in Ohio. It's not, and we haven't really got tons of snow yet, that I'm like, I know I can't go outside and take good photos and stuff like that. Like I can't take good photos unless I have a good setup kind of thing. So you want to batch stock taking videos of stuff in good lighting outside, stuff like that. I noticed that especially if it's outside, it just kind of does better. I don't know what it is. I mean, I know I like it, so it's also kind of just going to your aesthetic too. For me, I'm like a cluster of aesthetics. I literally have no idea what aesthetic I fall under because I'm like, oh, I like this one, oh, I like that one, I like this one, I like that. So that's therefore my business. But recycling content is not a bad thing. I very much recommend doing it. But when you are starting out your business, it is hard to find content and it not be repetitive is the biggest thing. I was not very focused on my content when I first started making candles and stuff or I feel like when I first started making candles because technically I started my social media accounts before I started my business, but I wasn't like gung-ho on it. I wasn't like super focused on it. I wasn't researching stuff about TikTok and this and that. I don't think Creator Search Insight was a thing at that point, back in like 2022, when I started all this stuff. But my hands are so dry from this weather. I might have to clip this off. You guys are gonna see me now mess with this for the rest of the video. Okay, I got the really hard part off of it. But I hear a dog. But it is hard to find content when you're first starting out. I will say that. And so don't get too hard pressed on yourself unless, listen, I'm somebody that I cannot come up with like tons of like my own ideas as for social media. That is one thing that I can't, but like I will get inspired by multiple different videos and kind of like mesh them all together. That's what I do best. Okay, I'm getting hot. That's what I do best. And just showcasing your products. You don't always want it to seem super selly though. So like I've done a video, I've done a TikTok where I'm diamond painting, but I have one of my candles lit and you can see it very easily. I've done that. I didn't get any sales from it, but I did that, and it's a good type of video. I like seeing that. That is one thing that I have to say with your content. With your content and your brand and your products, everything. Do what you want to do what you would buy, do what you would watch. If you don't think that you're gonna like that, then don't do it, you know what I mean? Because if you don't like it, most likely your customers won't like it, you know what I mean? So content is definitely a hard thing to have and to make. It's like a second job, pretty much. The other thing, the final thing with social media is unrealistic expectations, especially with small businesses. We like idolize businesses, and I don't want to say big businesses because they're not, but that, you know, they're getting lots of sales every day, and that can change from person to person. If that's 10 sales every day, 100 sales every day, 1,000 sales every day, you know, we kind of glam that up in like these successful small businesses, and we think I can do that. And especially with like seeing businesses go viral and multiple different things, and it kind of makes us forget that most businesses are not profitable until like 3 or 5 years. And I mean, sometimes your business isn't truly successful until 5 years. That's okay. It takes time. You need to make a steady foundation. That's what I keep reminding myself, as all of us want to go viral, pretty much. All of us want to do that because that means our products sell out. That means our business gets the recognition we want. It's hard running a small business because we want instant gratification. We've grown up around instant gratification. If you've been in the school system, if you've had a regular job, we always have instant gratification of, hey, you did a great job. Here's a raise. Here's this. Here's whatever. You don't have that with a small business, at least for the first few years, and that's hard to deal with. So yeah, I would say though, so like I have a suite that I work in, and I have worked at this place since March, and then I moved into my suite in November. So like most of the suite owners know me and stuff like that, so they've came and like looked and bought whatever. So I do kind of get the instant gratification and like just gratification in general from that, which is nice because they're like, damn, like this is good. And I'm like, thank you, I mean it myself. But it is hard because we watch things on social media and we think, oh, I can do that, and it's really our timelines that are unrealistic, because not every business goes viral in their first year. That's not how it works all the time, and you have to remind yourself of that. And it's hard. It's hard to do that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is sales. This segment will probably not be as long as the social media one, but for sales, it is kind of hard driving sales when you are a new business and you're trying to get your footing. So especially ones that you are online. And like, I will start off by saying I am not naturally gifted at social media. I have very much, like, multiple people have told me that they're like, Rachel, you've kind of like really stepped up your social media game. Like, it is so good right now. Like, my massage therapist actually told me that on Friday, and I was like, thank you, I try. And the major thing is I feel like it's definitely leveled up since I got the suite, mostly because I have more space. It looks better. Like, there's just multiple different things about it, and it's also, I love filming in there. There's a few different things that make you want to film more. And it is one of those things that when you are creating space for your business, you have to kind of design in a way that is obviously functional for your business, but is also easily accessible to make videos. And it's kind of hard. But anywho, so one thing with driving sales that is kind of hard is with short form content, or even YouTube really, but like most people are doing short form content, especially if they're like an online business like I am. And it leads to no sales, because it is kind of hard when you have multiple videos that, like me, they're hitting the, that 4,000 mark of views, and they're doing well, they're performing well, but nobody's buying. It's hard. It really is. So like I had an order, let's go look. My last order that I had got in December was I completed it on December 12th, which was was the day it was ordered. I did it on December 12th. That was the last day that I had got an order. I did not get another order until January 4th that I just packed up yesterday. So it is one of those things where it's hard. You can go posting on social media, having great views, and you don't get a sale. And as many times as I can say this, it's hard. The other thing is like, I was saying this to a girl that actually just commented on one of my videos, and she was like, I do craft shows. Well, I don't know if she called them craft shows. She might just be said vendors. And I want to start my online business and stuff like that. And I was like, yes, I'm the opposite. I want to move from doing my online business to doing online and craft shows. So obviously, it being my first year in business, I just wanted to focus on online. That's where I want to started. And I definitely want to do at least like 2 shows this year, starting off small, because the other thing is like getting the setup is expensive. You're spending at least $200. I might just get 1 table, but like, I don't know, I have enough products that I could do 2. Anyhow, so like, I look at it as, do I want to spend the money for the 2 tables and the setup that goes along with it, so that I can try to optimize how much money I would get back. But anyhow, now, as I said previously, my suite, I have a suite. I don't advertise it as a brick and mortar, like I don't have technical hours that I'm in there. I just have a open and close sign that I flip around when I'm in there. Most of my customers are the suite owners, which I love. We all support each other and stuff like that, which I love the place. I will be very sad for the day I will have to quit and possibly move out of my suite into a bigger space. Or not even like my necessary suite that I have right now, but like in general, and move out of there because I've outgrown it. I will be very sad. But I do make sales from that. Like, when I first moved in there, it was like, that was the best I'd ever done. I did like $600 in sales that month, and that is the biggest month I've had, sales month. And I love it, but I don't really necessarily get people coming in just to come to my suite. Normally it's that they are seeing somebody in there, which I do think is good. If I have my door open, it says open, my shelf is right there at the door that you're gonna see them, and I love that. So yeah, it's just kind of driving sales is hard, especially those first few years. And you don't want to spend tons of money on marketing. That's the other thing. Etsy ads, I don't really like them. I've tried them a few times, and every time I'm like, no, I'm good. So like, I think I'm officially done with doing Etsy ads. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Speaking of Etsy, let's go into Etsy. So Etsy has quite a few fees. Love that. Let's start off with listing fees. So whenever you list something on Etsy, it is 20 cents to list it. And then beyond that, when after 4 months it expires. Now I do believe that it stays up for purchase, but when somebody purchases it, it moves to like, it doesn't move to sold out. I can't remember where it moves to. maybe it moves to a listing status as expired, and you have to renew it, unless you have it as auto renew, I believe. So like I have some of these as, which I didn't mean to have that as auto renew, but oh well. I have some of these that they're auto renew and stuff like that. Do I have anything that expires this month? Nope. At least not right now. That is technically, so like, okay, my wooden crystal plates, it expires November 30th of 2024. So technically speaking, it's expired, but it's still up on my Etsy and somebody can see it. It's just that now there's only one in stock, so if somebody buys it, then I would just delete it. But if I wanted to restock that listing, then I have to pay the fee. It is one of those things that I understand why Etsy has so many fees, because I understand it, because I mean, you get a lot. They are marketing for you, and I understand it. Okay, I understand. But it's sometimes ridiculous. So my overall sales from Etsy in 2024 was $650.73. My fees were $87.10. Not that bad. My marketing was $65.88, and my shipping was $170.32. So it's one of those things. So like my Etsy ads were the main part of that. For the marketing was $64.45, and then offsite ads was $1.43. Offsite ads is purely Etsy. Fees goes to your listing fees, so I spent $19.80 on listing fees in 2024. My transaction fees were $42.35 for the year. Processing fees were $25.35 for the year. And then my shop setup fee was $15, which you get a credit back for that. So it's one of those things that it's not bad. Then one thing I do have to say for it is kind of nice to start off on Etsy if you are making a handmade good or whatever, because so like I will go to Shopify when I'm ready to move from Etsy, and my business is ready to move from Etsy, because if I don't make a sale at all for the month on Etsy and I don't have Etsy ads going or anything, then nothing gets withdrawn. That's it. Like, if I didn't make a sale and I don't have Etsy ads going, nothing comes out. But for Shopify, because it is a regular subscription to use their platform, you are having it that, you're paying the $40 a month, no matter what, if you had a sale or not. So it's where Etsy is nice when you're first starting out and you're not making sales every single day kind of thing. Like, I will watch some people go ahead and like start off on Shopify, and I'm like, which I tried to do, but like I was just a naive 18-year-old, so I wish I didn't do it, because I lost tons of money from that. But whatever. I don't recommend it. Like, there's things I wish I could go on Shopify and believe in myself and stuff like that, but I want Etsy to work out first, you know what I mean? So one thing that I would say, like, my major reason for wishing I could go ahead to Shopify is Etsy's limitations. So the biggest one that I have noticed lately that has really annoyed me. So like, first of all, already with Etsy, you can't like just design everything. Like, you can't set up your page to look different from everybody else's, really. Like, you get your shop banner, you get your logo, picture thing, like you can do your little about me, the employees, stuff like that, whatever. But other than that stuff, like, you can't really configure it how you want and stuff like that, like you can with your own website. So that's a major limitation why a lot of people don't like it. But my limitation that I have noticed that I hate is that you can't set up a promo code as one use per customer. I hate that. I know you can do that on Shopify. My reason for wanting to be able to do this is because I wanted to be able to do it that I have for every like customer that goes and reviews and whatever, that I can give them a promo code that they can use for their next order or whatever, because they left a review. I'm thankful for that. But I don't like, it's one of those things of, I could just set a general thing, like just label it reviews or whatever, and just give them that when they give a review, I'll send it to them or whatever, and just not worry about it. But they could always try to reuse it. I don't know what price I would set it at, or like what percentage. It would probably be like a 20 or 30%, seeming that they already get a 10% when they buy, or like after they purchase they get a thank you 10%. So like, I will say that. But the workaround for that is to make an individual promo code for every single person, and after they use it, I have to pay attention and deactivate it. And I would probably be too lazy for that. And trust me, I have thought about it, and I'm still thinking about it, of doing that. It's just, do I really want... It's one of those things of, you kind of look to the future and you're like, but when I get too busy, I'm not going to want to do that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I could always change my mind. It's fine. The next thing and last thing I want to talk about with Etsy is holds on money. So I just actually ended my hold. So what Etsy does is, when you are a new business and you've made your first sale, mine was actually a few sales after my first sale, but they then place a hold on your account to make sure that you are a legitimate business and that you are sending your products out and this and that. And you get your money back, but like, it's either you get your money back in 45 days or you get it once the product has been delivered, I believe. It's either once it ships out or once it's delivered. I can't remember. But, and they still keep a little bit of that. So you don't get all of the funds. I hate it. Especially as somebody who makes products, not everything, but makes some products as made to order. Not that I don't have everything on hand, but like, that does suck, okay? There's no truth. Like, there's no lie behind that. Like, it sucks. The one thing that I had is that Etsy was withholding my money, and I'm low on my crystal candles, and I was like, can I have that money, please? I still need to make more crystal candles, but I need to buy crystals, and I don't have money. Which goes into the next thing, money. I don't regret anything that I did in 2024 with the money exactly. At least for the end of 2024. I can't remember the beginning. I decided to do a new candle collection and move into a suite pretty much at the same time. They weren't too far behind each other. And I spent a lot of money. And it's one of those things that, how I look at it is, I can't beat myself up too much, because if I didn't do the crystal candles, then I would hate where my business is at right now. I wouldn't be enjoying it to the same extent. If I didn't move into my suite and move out of this bedroom, I would be pulling out my hair, because I was so like closed in. To try to walk through my bedroom, I'd have to move things. Like, I just was out of space and I was losing it. The other thing with the whole money aspect is I quit my restaurant job. I quit my money making job. So I have my job as a salon concierge at Salons by JC, and I have my suite where I run my business in Salons by JC. And I love it, because I love my business and I love my job. I was extremely burnt out with my restaurant job. and I was working 7 days a week because I was working 6 days a week as actual regular jobs, and I was working that 7th day of the week. What I would do is I would do my laundry, I would do any other errands I needed to do, and I would try to fit in as much small business stuff as I could on that one day off. And I was extremely burnt out, I was extremely tired, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. So like right after I opened my suite, I quit my job. And trust me, I am struggling financially right now, and it makes me anxious. But like, if I think too much of like possibly having to go back to get another job, and most likely I would get a restaurant job so I could only work like a day or two and still make money. But makes me want to cry thinking about it. And I don't want to. So I'm hoping that January is a very good month that I can like actually do something. Like, as long as I can make my rent back for the suite from the business, then I have my funds that I get from my paychecks for myself and my bills, my regular bills. Because right now, I don't know how I'm going to pay those. Assuming that I still need to also get an oil change. That I've put that off, and I'm almost 1,000 miles over my oil change like need thing. I'm at 40% oil life, but still, it's hard. It's hard running your own business. I don't know, like, I watch a lot of Monica from Monica's Collective. I have no idea how she was working her corporate job and running Monica's Collective at the same time, especially like in 2024. She had a great 2024, and I did not know that she had a corporate job until she was posting about how she quit her corporate job. I was like, what? Well, wait. Now I guess it is kind of easier when you're hybrid, because I believe that she was hybrid, where like you do have more downtime essentially, but like still, I'm like, I don't know how she did that, because I mean technically I was kind of working a full-time job between the hours I had at the 2 jobs, but anyhow, whatever. Now, let's move on from our struggles to our milestones. 2024 was a good year. I don't want to, sit here as we're talking about all these struggles, make it seem that I had a shitty year. It was a good year. I started my business in March. I had my first sale in July. Yes, there's a few time frame difference there, but that's fine. It's gonna take a bit. I had gained 400 followers on TikTok before January. Now we're obviously at over 600 on January 5th. I did 1,500 in gross profit. I opened a suite. I got 12 subscribers on YouTube. I'm very, very proud of myself. Like overall sales, so like on Etsy, so how Etsy considers your sales is not like by order, it's by how many things people have ordered. So on my Etsy, I have sold 60 items, which was so cool. And I love that. And it has been a good year. It's been a good starting year. Let's just hope that 2025 is like 5 times better. I'm hoping for 2025 that like I actually become profitable, like that I'm doing well, that my suite is paying for itself, or at least I should say as my business is paying for my suite, because right now it's not. At least in December it wasn't. So I'm hoping January kind of turns around and we do well this month. So far we've made, like, I think from net profit on this order that I did was $14, I believe. Yes. $14.41, which I should probably look that up then. Let me look it up and we'll see. Angel number 1441. A powerful reminder that you have the ability to shape your destiny through hard work and determination and positive thinking. It's a call to action urging you to embrace new beginnings, trust your ability to manifest your dreams. Rachel, why are you spiritual? This right here. What was I just talking about? Anywho, we're going to... Oh, I was going to talk about goals. Never mind. I was about to say, this is the end of the video. It's not. Let's talk about some of our goals in January. So, the first goal I actually have, we've already passed it. My first goal is reach 500 followers on TikTok. I went ahead and marked that off because, like, I use Notion for this. So, I just hit my little check mark on there. And I added a new follower goal because I want to still be able to see that I reached 500 and that was my goal. Next one down is reach 100 followers on Instagram. Right before I made this video and I looked, I was at 30. I want to get into posting on Instagram more often. I don't focus on Instagram because Instagram is not an app that I normally reach for. I don't really spend most of my time on Instagram, so therefore I don't post on Instagram as often. I will probably post on YouTube more often than I will post on Instagram, just because I spend quite a bit of time on YouTube. I love YouTube videos. And going on to YouTube, our goal is reach 20 subscribers. Right before I got down to film this video, we were at 16, so I think we will get there very, very shortly. I don't know what I'll move my goal to after, but let's go on to what I moved the TikTok goal for, which is 800 followers. I feel like that's a bit of a stretch, but like not with how quickly my account has grown since January 1st. So we'll see what happens. I definitely think like if I could reach 1,000 followers by my birthday in February, it would be so cool. Like, what if I reach 1,000 followers on my birthday? You know what? I'm gonna give people that goal. I might post that. That I want 1,000 followers by my birthday. Next one is make 15 Etsy sales. I normally mix between 10 to 15 sales is always my monthly goal. We haven't hit it yet, but that's okay. Maybe this month will be different. Hopefully this month will be different. Manifestation candle. 15 sales. 15 Etsy orders. Listen to me, okay? Make 8 in-person sales. I technically have had 1, but she paid me cash, so yeah. Do a sponsored video. I would love to have a sponsored video, if that is a YouTube video, if that is a TikTok, whatever. I would love to be able to have that and say that that has been a milestone for the year so far. So I'm hoping. The next one is make 500 in revenue. So just gross profit revenue, hopefully 600, but we'll say 500. Consistently post on social media. So that is technically involving YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. TikTok is the one I post more consistently on, but yes. Focus on that. I will probably post 2 regular YouTube videos this month, hopefully, fingers crossed. This video, and I'm hoping for a studio vlog. I just don't really know what I want in the studio vlog. Like, I've started to film bits and pieces of stuff that I'll add in there, but yeah, we'll see. Anywho, hopefully. I do have other YouTube videos like this, sit down, talk with me kind of thing, that I want to film. I just don't think I will post them in January so you guys don't get too overwhelmed. And I don't want to like throw tons of YouTube videos in for January and then it be like, actually maybe I'll post 3 this month because I do want to go over like planning stuff for 2025. But yeah, I don't want to like throw tons of videos at you and then be like, that's what you're expecting, because I don't normally post a video every month even. But anyhow, do a crystal candle restock. Hopefully I can get the money to be able to do that and pay my bills. So I've ordered the labels, so that's one cost out of the way. It's just the major next cost is crystals. Like, I think I have to spend like around 160 on more crystals. So maybe if just the rest of my crystal candles sell out, then we'll be good. Sounds like a great idea. Now the last one, completely hypothetical, but I do think it would be a great goal if I could reach it, is buy a vlog camera. I would love to get a vlog camera so that I can film a YouTube video and a short form content on my phone at the same time. What I would probably do for buying a vlog camera is go to Best Buy, get a Best Buy credit card, and then buy a vlog camera. I have my eye on one, so I know what I want, and I can't remember what it said on Best Buy's website of like how much you would pay if you buy it with a Best Buy credit card. I think it was like 50 or 60, which is not bad, but I don't have 50 or 60 extra dollars for the month. So hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe if I do that sponsored video, we can do it. But yes, I think that this is the end of the video. If you guys liked this, then please give me a like, comment that you made it to the end. I know this is probably a long video. I like to yap. But yeah, let me know if you like this video. I am gonna do a few more like sit down talk with me for the next few months. I do want to start getting into like actually getting into YouTube and stuff like that, because I love watching YouTube videos. I love putting studio vlogs on and start working or just watching them, whatever. I love that. So I want to create that. If you're still like, Rachel, I have no idea what you and your business do, I hand make candles and wax melts. Currently I've hand dipped incense, but I'm thinking something different, so stay tuned for that. That'll probably be in my 2025 like plan with me kind of thing. And I also sell crystals. So I am a metaphysical store, which is like, metaphysical stores are technically considered like witchcraft supply stores. But yeah, anywho, bon voyage, much love.